asked me to look into banking interest, the Federal Reserve System, at the Library of Congress there in Washington, D.C. I did this, and I found it to be quite an interesting story, which launched me on research which continues to the present day.
How does the New World Order deal with the banking interest in America and across the world?
Well, you see, in studying the banking system in the United States, I found it was part of an international system of banking called central banks in Europe, and that the Federal Reserve System, which we had here, was simply an American version of the central banks they had in Europe. I also found that these banks did not exist as some entity in some world of their own. They were an integral part of what I came to call the world order.
Eustace, this New World Order and this banking system, I was under the impression that the banks themselves were American banks and it was the federal government that owned the banks. Are you telling me that our government itself doesn't own these banks?
Well, our government doesn't own anything. We really don't have a government. We're just a colony of England.
How can you say that a colony